Hey there, welcome to Making Waves. I'm Tara Slone. Today we're at the Extra Hour Off-Ice Training Facility. It was founded by Cathy Andrade, a power skating instructor who's trained everyone from Nikolai Kanishov to Jonathan Chichu to Joe Pavelski. Cathy is one of those people we wanted you to meet. Why? Because she's making a huge difference in hockey in Sharks territory.
Five, four, three, two, one. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. You can start slow. You're going to be able to skate it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Right.
4, 3.
So Cathy, we're here at your amazing facility in San Jose, and I want to get all the info on that, but I want to start at the beginning if that's okay.
Well, I think my story is like many Canadians. Dad put the little portable rink in the backyard, and so started skating in the backyard.
And were you in figure skates first or hockey skates first?
Yep, started as a figure skater. So the community right at the end of the school ground had a rink, and so literally was able to walk to school, walk to the rink, back and forth.
Take me through kind of your journey as a figure skater.
So I wasn't uber talented. I had to put a lot of hours and a lot of time into figure skating. School figures was a big part of skating back then, so got up very early before school and would spend hours doing school figures, and in hindsight, that's what's given me the tools to parlay into a different sport. Worked my way up, finished triple gold figure freestyle and dance. I always knew I wanted to coach, and I was trained by 2 Olympians at the end of my career, which really taught me how to become a coach because they knew that I wanted to. Winnie Silverthorne was one of my mentors who inspired me in so many ways because she coached Brian Pokar at the time. She would go to a world championship, come home, and we'd work side by side coaching and training 8-year-olds. So my transition was young. At 18 or 17, I turned pro, finished my golds, and then started coaching young from there. When I moved to California, I was still in figure skates. I was given the pair of hockey skates because it was assumed you're Canadian, you know skating. And so I moved here in '92. I was at Eastridge for 12 years. It was a community rink. I was handed a pair of hockey skates. And then I found out they're flying in the hockey staff from Rochester. And now I'm like scared. So I go in the office and I'm like, put the skates on the desk. You don't need power skating, you're flying in all these guys. And he's like, Cathy, you're doing it. So I had to figure out how I'm gonna parlay my skills from one sport to the next. There's no internet, they're just, like there's one book. Like,
Right.
Thank you, Laura Stam. Stepped on the ice, did my first hockey school, and as scared as I was like, I can actually contribute a lot to these players. My little story flash forward from there is when Joe Pavelski hired me in 2009. I walked back into that manager's office and I said, thank you for putting those skates back on the desk, because I didn't know what that would have looked like. And at that little community rink, that's where I launched Power Hour in '98, which ended up Bay Area's first formal power skating program. Mode. 10, 9, 8, eyes up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. There you go. Yep, take it out the side. Here we go, give them nice long leg, all the way out. There we go. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, show me that big leg, all the way through the toe. There you go. Nobody knew what a skating treadmill was. Nobody knew what the benefit of synthetic ice is, because it kind of has like a built-in resistance to it. Talk about more educating a market, right? Because people had shooting tiles, but they didn't know that there was something that they could actually skate on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a big sell.
So what, for you, I mean, when you're in these early days, when you're using these transferable skills, like, what did you realize that you could bring to the hockey environment?
I realized that all the years of working on the tiny details and hanging on those circles on one foot and working on air positions for years, to be able to look at someone skating see what's there and then actually help fix that and change that happened quickly, because you would take a player and then all of a sudden you're getting calls from their teammates, like, what are you doing? How did you do that? So I really realized that that's something that can be changed. That's the fundamental of their sport. If you can't swim, you can't play water polo. Well, if you can't skate, you can't play hockey. So it was so empowering to be like, I can give these kids the feet. I can help them do and be the best that they can do with all their other skills. So I just found it super rewarding, and the results seemed to be a little bit faster than some of the details that happen in the figure skating world. This rink ended up in one of my clients' backyard. It ended up in a storage unit for 7 years, bought it, and it doesn't have any holes. So during COVID, we drilled a hole, built a bracket. We had to cut each hole, and it's not the dimension of a rink. We had to cut each piece of glass to actually give the configuration. And then this company flew out from Florida, and they said, we'd love to give you the state-of-the-art synthetic, because they didn't have anybody on the West Coast. So this ice is super skatable. Like Scott Hannon says, this is like 80% real ice. Those are older, those are like 60% real ice. But the way that kids can motor, it'd be like putting you in a bungee cord for a skating lesson. So you can't assume you're gonna glide on a Mohawk, so you always have to be working. So we're totally thrilled about what we can do in this small space.
Jonathan, how long have you known Cathy?
I've known Cathy since I played here, probably 2007, 2008 about. She came and worked with a few of us. I think myself, Pavelski, Doug Murray, people that kind of, for me, it was a struggle with my skating my whole career. But once I got injured, it took on a new meaning. I needed to get faster, and, she helped with tons of stuff for me, and it was really great having her around to work with us.
So your son, Jack, is now working with Cathy. So that's quite a testament to her and her work and the amount of faith you put in what she does, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like I said, I wasn't the best skater. So to get someone who is an excellent teacher to come out and, work with her, because I'm not the easiest guy to work with either. So, getting her to work with Jack, I think it shows, just her level of expertise.
Jack's 11. I have to say, like from the outside looking in, he looks above his age.
He's pretty tall kid, and I can work on a lot of things with my kids. I can work on all their stick skills, where to beat, stuff like that. But for her to, and shooting obviously, but for her to be able to work with him like that, I think I noticed a big difference. Like that was the one thing I told him at the last tryouts. We had him working with her all spring, and I was like, the biggest thing I recognized from you is your skating has improved, like just using the edge work he uses, and different things like that. So it's fun to have this opportunity here for him, and it's great. I mean, I'm going to take advantage of it as long as I can.
Yeah. So what's happening over here?
So here, kids are just playing around in our shooting lane. We make a lot of custom training tools. So we have longer shooting pads for older kids. We have electronic nets. We even have rubber on the bottom, which is used for rebounders. So in our clinics, kids will get shooting portion, they'll get skating treadmill, they'll get a dry land portion, and then they'll get a mini rink.
And you've been in the Bay Area for almost as long as the Sharks, I guess. What does
Ironically, same time.
Yeah, what does this part of the world mean to you that you're doing this here in what was never before considered a traditional hockey market?
Yeah, irony, right? I always thought I would be in Calgary. Never thought I would be now a California girl. Didn't think that the A would be replaced by a huh. You sound so American when I call home. Yeah, just to see the progression and just see hockey grow here, and just those 6 rinks over there, right at Sharks Ice, and to walk in and see Barracuda, and it just seems too fast too. It seems like, how could this have happened since 92 and 91? And just to be a little part of it has been amazing.
Not so
It's
little.
happened quick.
Not so little.
Fast.
Yeah, no, you're too humble. Don't
Fast.
sell yourself short. Cathy, this has been so great.
Thank you.